Okay, let's talk about the complete home buying timeline. This is the roadmap from the time you start thinking about buying all the way through closing date and moving into your new home. And there are a lot of steps. So I'm gonna walk you through every single one so you know exactly what to expect. So let's start at the very beginning. Before you even start looking for homes, you need to get pre-approved for a mortgage. So this is different from a pre-qualification. A pre-qualification is just an estimate. A pre-approval is when a lender actually verifies your income, your credit, your assets, and says, we will lend you this amount of money. This typically takes around 3 to 5 business days. Some instances, it can take as little as one afternoon. So the first week, you're getting that pre-approval. And then once you have that pre-approval letter, then that's when it's time to start looking at homes. So now you're looking at homes, you're touring neighborhoods, you're getting a feel for what's out there and what you can actually afford. This phase can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, depending how hot the market is, and then also just you knowing exactly what you want or if it's even out there. This phase can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, and it just depends on how hot the market is, mainly just how hot the market is and what kind of inventory that we are able to look at. But during that time, you're also learning the market. You're figuring out what you like, what you don't like, and you're getting ready to make an offer. Okay, you found the house, it's the one. Now you're gonna make an offer. This is where it gets real and things start happening really fast. So you're putting in an offer with a price and term. You're putting down earnest money. This is typically anywhere from $500 to $2,000, depending on the price of the home. This money shows the seller that you're serious. If your offer is accepted, you move into the next phase. If it's rejected, you go back to looking for another one to make an offer on. The offer phase usually takes a few days. So great, the seller accepted your offer. Congratulations. Now you've got 7 to 10 days to get the home inspected. This is critical. You hire a licensed home inspector. They come out for about 2 to 4 hours and examine everything about the house. Roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and structure. And then they'll give a report listing everything that they've found. Some stuff is minor stuff, some stuff is big. Based on that inspection, you have options. You can ask the seller to fix things, you can ask for a credit, or you can negotiate the price down. Or you can walk away if any issues are too big. Or you can accept the home as is. So you're now 2 to 3 weeks into the process. While the inspection is happening, your lender is ordering the appraisal. This is when a licensed appraiser comes out to determine what the home is actually worth based on comparable sales in the area. The appraisal takes about 1 week to 10 days. And this is where things get tricky. If the appraisal amount comes in lower than what the purchase price is, then we have a problem. Lender will only lend based upon what the home is actually worth. So either you would have to bring in extra cash to the table, or the seller would have to lower the price, or you have to renegotiate. Most of the time, this situation works out, but something that you should be aware of. So now the appraisal is done, the inspection is done, you've negotiated any repairs or credits, and now you're getting serious with your lender. You're finalizing your loan. Your lender is ordering a title search to make sure there's no lien or legal issues with the property. They're verifying your employment and your assets one more time. They're getting everything locked in. This phase takes about a week to 10 days. You're now about 3 to 4 weeks into the process. Now here's something that most buyers don't realize. You need to budget for closing costs. These are fees on top of your down payment. Lender fees, appraisal fee, title fees, escrow fees, recording fees, transfer taxes, prepaid insurance and taxes. All of this usually runs 2 to 4% of the purchase price. So on a $200,000 house, that's about $4,000 to $8,000. And this is separate from your down payment. So if you're putting $20,000 down, you need to budget for $24,000 to $28,000 total. Make sure you've budgeted for this. Okay, you're getting close to closing. So a few days before closing, you are going to get a closing disclosure. This is a final breakdown of all your costs. Compare it to what you've gotten earlier to make sure there are no surprises. If something looks different, ask about it. Do not just show up and sign blindly. Now it's closing day. You go to your title company or they send a notary to you. You bring your cashier's check if it's less than $10,000 or you will want to send a wire transfer. Title will have that final figure for you. You bring your ID, most often just your driver's license is fine. You sit down and you sign a bunch of documents in front of a notary. Promissory note, mortgage, closing disclosure, and then on the seller's end of things, you'll sign a deed, which is most important. That will actually transfer ownership from the seller to you as the new buyer. Signing usually takes about anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes. So once everything is signed, the funds are transferred from the bank to the title company and your funds are received by the title company, then the deed and mortgage get recorded down at the county. And then you get your keys. You're now about 4 to 7 weeks into the entire process of closing. But the process doesn't end there. After closing, title will email you everything that you just signed. You'll want to make sure that you keep a copy of all of that information. Then you've got moving to do. You coordinate with movers, you pack up all your stuff, and move into your new house. This can take a few days to a few weeks, depending on how far you're moving and how organized you are. Now you're in your new house. Congratulations, you are a homeowner. But here's the thing, the first month, you're gonna get some surprises. You're gonna discover that something doesn't work right, the heating system perhaps needs attention, the plumbing needs a tweak. That's normal. Budget for some unexpected repairs in that first month. Oh, and set up your utilities. Make sure the water, electric, trash, gas are all in your name. You'll wanna make sure that that's done the day that you receive keys. Update your new address with your bank, with your card companies, and your employer. Now let me talk about common delays because these do happen. The lender may need more documentation. Maybe they want to verify your employment one more time. Maybe they need a letter from your employer saying that you still work there. That can delay things by a few days. The appraisal might come in low and you have to renegotiate. That adds time. The title search might find something that needs clearing up, a lien on the property or something. That can cause delays. The buyer's inspection might uncover big issues, and you have to get contractors out to get estimates. That takes time. The market might shift, and the seller decides that they don't want to sell anymore. It can happen. The financing might fall through. The lender could say, sorry, we can't approve you. And now the whole deal's off. So here's the reality. The timeline I just outlined is the smooth version. It's 4 to 7 weeks if everything goes perfectly. So don't expect a fast close unless you've negotiated for one. And don't stress if things take a little bit longer. It's normal. Here's what you need to do to make the process as smooth as possible. Number 1, get pre-approved before you start looking. Not pre-qualified, pre-approved. Number 2, do not skip the home inspection, no matter what. Number 3, budget for closing costs from day 1. Don't be surprised by them at the last minute. Number 4, compare your closing disclosure to your loan estimate. Make sure the numbers match. Number 5, don't waive your contingencies unless you absolutely have to. These protect you. Number 6, work with an agent that knows your market and your timeline. Someone who's been through this 100 times. And number 7, be flexible. If the appraisal comes in low, be ready to renegotiate. If the inspections find things, have a plan. If closing gets delayed, don't panic. These things happen all the time and they usually work themselves out. Bottom line, buying a home is a process. It's a timeline with multiple steps and multiple decisions. It takes 4 to 7 weeks if everything goes smoothly. Longer if there's complications, but if you know what to expect and you've done your research and you've got a good agent and you've budgeted for everything, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna get through it and you're gonna end up with keys to your new home. Which step are you most nervous about when you buy? Is it the inspection, the appraisal, closing costs, or closing day? Drop it in the comments so I can make a video about it specifically. And as always, follow us for more from your family in real estate. Love ya. Bye.